Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're all well. Thank you for joining myself, Tony Darroch, in the How to Craft Network. This is a fabulous studio where we have the best designers, the best crafters, the best in everything, and we're here to inspire you in any way we can, whether that be using your stamps, your dies, anything that you have in your stash that everyone can share and be creative with. In today's studio, I'm super excited to tell you that the lovely Claire Manning from Thirsty Brush is just over my shoulder here, and she's all excited. She has some fabulous demos to show you. It's been lovely to see her today. We haven't seen each other in such a long time, and you guys at home haven't seen her either live, really, because she's been doing lots of pre-records and trying to keep you all going throughout this lockdown, but she's actually here live and she looks gorgeous. So in today's show, I have some lovely products to talk to you about. Now, Claire and myself really has put these bundles together for you in the hope that you'll find something that's going to inspire you. There are 3 different bundles, all at different price points, so hopefully there is something fitting for you. But as always, here in the How to Craft Network studio, we do encourage you to dig out anything you have in your stash. Please don't switch off if you don't like them. You may get some inspiration from Claire's demos that you can use across the board in your other products. So let's talk about what's in the show very quickly, and then we can get over and see Claire, because I know she's itching to get going. So in studio first, we have this bundle here. Now, you will probably see throughout the bundles there is a theme, and it's drinking. Now, I don't drink. Mrs. Miggins does over there though, and she knows all about the cocktails and the specific glasses, and she's going to run you through all of those. But I'm just going to talk about what's actually in the bundles themselves. So as you can see here, we have this is bundle number 1, and you can see it's quite an eclectic mix. There's foliage in there, there's wine glasses, there's lots of words, there's plenty of building elements in there. And as you can see, if you were to buy them at individuals, it would be at a price point of about £85. But guess what? We've knocked that price right down for you. So if you are wanting a little bit of a bargain, or maybe you've never tried Thirsty Brush before, this is a great opportunity for you to do so. So in this set, we have Pop, Clink, Fizz, and this is a lovely stamp and die set that's down here. So you get that lovely tall glass with the detail in there, and you get those flowers that sit on top of the glass and sort of build. So you can do those 3D elements if you want to. Claire always makes sure that you can do them as entities on their own. So the glass works as one and the flowers work as 2, but combine them together and you get something pretty awesome. You also get the outline dies on this one, so the dies cut out the foliage and that glass. So that's a little item there. Then we have the fabulous sort of foliage frame here, which is super cool. This is just up my street. As you all know, I love flowers. And the great thing about this one is I'll just twist it around very quickly. We have that lovely coordinating die there where you can take out the centre, should you wish, there we go, or you can take out the lovely flower elements. And Claire's going to show you through the boards and through lots of samples. I'm just here to help her out today because, as you know from my launch, I was so nervous, so this is helping me. But really, it is about Claire and her fabulous designs today. So there's that one. And then lastly, in this collection, you get the beautiful foliage. So you get the leaves, you get the berries, the buds. This would be perfect for Christmas if you're into sort of those building those wreaths and things like that. There we go. So 3 in that design. There are some stamps and there are dies, so it's a beautiful eclectic mix that's going to work probably across the board. So that's the sort of flute design. Then moving down the counter, we have the fabulous next design. Now, these are gorgeous. So if you're looking for something to fill those backgrounds and sort of elevate those glasses and make them pop from the page, then you have these designs. So again, there is a glass in there. You can see the glass at the base here. I think this is more cocktail-y. So this is where you could see maybe the cherries and the umbrellas popping out of the top. I hope that's right. Claire will put me right soon, I'm sure. You get the beautiful sentiments, and then again, the flowers, again, 3D'd as if they're coming out of the glass, like on a wedding day where you get the beautiful flowers coming out of the top of a glass. A very extra special drink that somebody makes when you're celebrating something really special. But as I can see from all of the designs, actually, the flowers will cross-contaminate. They will work across the board in each glass, so each one will come out of each glass. I know a lot of you have already bought these. Thank you very much. That's very kind. But if you are seeing these for the first time, it's a brand new launch today. Claire will be taking them to TV at some point. I'm sure she'll tell you all about it when she gets the chance to talk. But they are a brand new launch today in the How to Craft Network. So you also get this fabulous sort of panel die here. And this one is Hello Petal. I love the name of this one. So it's sort of like your cascading of petals on there. You get the outline stitch detail on there as well. It's true to size and it's a 5x7. And this is going to sort of fill those backgrounds where you're thinking your images might be slightly lost or something like that. Put your watercolours behind metallic cardstocks and things like that. And then lastly, effervescence, absolutely gorgeous. So you get circles and you get like this sort of rectangular pattern, and you can see from this beautiful card at the front here in a navy colour here, just with some white foliage on, it looks incredible. And that foliage there is just from the set that we just spoke about. So let's move on to collection number 3. Now this is a smaller collection, okay, so these are where you get sort of a background stamp and you also get another glass, but it's a different shaped glass. So I think this is more of like a wine glass, a red wine glass. And again, you get those cascading of flowers which are going to come over the top of the glass. And there are some amazing sentiments in here as well, but unfortunately I can't see them over. So Claire will go through them with you, and you get the beautiful 5x7 bubbles. Now, this has already been super, super popular. I think as an individual, the bubbles have gone. But to buy both, they're in an extraordinary price there. So this one is the bubbles background and the gin o'clock, and the HTCM price today is $39.99. Oh, I sound all professional. I'm getting really good, aren't I? Give me a week, I'll be an absolute pro. So that's your last collection. So Claire's getting ready now. She's got all the stuff on the counter. We're just going to go back to that lovely video of the makes from her lovely design team, and then Claire will be ready to have a good old chat with you. See you then.
Welcome back. I'm so happy to be back with you here on the How to Craft Network. Thank you, Tony. I don't think you need me here. I think that was absolutely amazing. I mean, hopefully I'll be able to go through a bit more detail with you on the background of the designs, show you what you can do with them on all the demos. It's lovely to see so many of you here on the chat as well, so I will check in with you all as we're going through. So Tony went through the bundles one at a time. Like we said, there are things individually if they're still available, but I'm going to go through and show you a board for each bundle and then a few samples so you can have an idea of what you're going to do with them. So this is the Pop Clink Fizz, which is the first one in bundle number 1. So it comes, like Tony said, with that lovely kind of champagne flute, but I didn't want to give you any old champagne flute. But how can we make it a bit more special? So if you want to use the glass by itself, it's got all that beautiful foliage detail and the little diamond shape in the stem. But then, of course, when you add in the flowers as well and create cards like this beautiful one here by Kerry, isn't that just stunning? Just on its own, that glass, the flowers and a background, and it really gives you something special, and you can be able to use all your colouring mediums on all those beautiful flowers. The next one is the anemone frame. So this is a bit different, and I'll show you the die as well as we're going through the demos. So this is the main stamp. So it's a 4 5x7 frame. The die, let me just grab the die at the back for you. So you've got 2 pieces in the die, and it's really unique and unusual because you can use a portion here to take out the middle, so you get almost like an aperture effect, and or you can use this amazing plate to take out all the elements of the petals there to give you something really, really different, and it's kind of an instant card. So I'll show you a couple of samples of that in a moment. Oh, in fact, I've got this one here of Leanne's, which is absolutely stunning. Look, she's not taken out the middles of the flowers, but just that central piece, used some watercolour and some embossing powder and a stamping, and that is just simply, simply beautiful. So you're going to be able to make loads of beautiful cards with that. The last one in bundle number 1 is the sprigs and twigs. So I wanted something that you could embellish your flowers and your glasses and anything else that you've got in your stash. So even if maybe the glasses and the cocktail vibe isn't for you, I think you're going to be able to build wreaths. You can see here on this card, I've just put them behind the flowers, all sticking out. You can have different textures. You can use all your different cardstocks, add ink to them, and they're just going to be something that you reach for again and again. So that's bundle number 1.
I absolutely love that bundle, Claire.
Oh, thank you. And I think, so that was that the most expensive, wasn't it, out of the bundles? But the reason for that is that you've got 2 A5 stamp and die sets and the extra die, so you're getting more than the other, so it's not just more expensive for the sake of it, it's the value of all the different designs you're getting. So bundle number 2, this has got Time for Cocktails, which is this, you're right Tony, it is a cocktail glass. I think it reminded me of like a margarita glass. No? See, you say you don't drink, but I've seen Tony have a sneaky little gin every now and then. She has to go to bed straight after. But what's beautiful about these is that you've got those lovely glasses with the detail to use again on their own or with the flowers, but also you'll notice that as you go through the collections, you can mix and match the flowers onto the other glasses as well. They all work together, and it was basically done on the concept that we did the perfumes last year, which was one of our most popular releases, and you love that concept of building your own designs, mix and matching, and you create something really unique. Next in this bundle is the Hello Petal background die, which I must say is one of my favourite background dies that we've done so far. All those tiny little bits of those petals pop out, so they're not only go well with the cocktail glasses and the drinks glasses, but they're going to work for any of your cards. And lastly in that bundle is the effervescent backgrounds. So you get both of these, and they're A6 size, and again they look all fizzy. And in fact this circular one, that works really well for all sorts of cards, all sorts of backgrounds, and guys and things like that, guys cards as well, kids cards, because it's those really simple shapes that go with anything. That's bundle number 2. Oh, apparently I sound like I'm in a big room with no furniture in it. Don't worry for having it. I hope you can hear me well enough. I haven't had a drink, that's not why I sound funny. Let's just have a quick... Just tried the gin o'clock set out of stock. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope that's just an individual and the bundles are still there. So I'll go through the sentiments as well with you as we're doing the demos, because they've all got really cool sentiments in this really nice kind of brushstroke font. So yeah, this one you can use in the 3rd bundle. You can use as a gin, kind of those balloon glasses that you have your gin in, or indeed it can be a wine glass. And then the second thing in that bundle is what I've heard is super, super popular already and gone on its own, is the bubbles. This is an A5 stamp set, and that's going to go with everything, isn't it, in your stash. So I do understand why that's gone so popular, but I believe I'll have to check whether we've still got that in the bundle as well. So that's your 3 sets, your 3 bundles. Shall we go on to a demonstration and have a look? Yeah?
That would be lovely. Which one are you demonstrating first?
I'm going to do bundle 1, so I'm going to do the Pop Clink Fizz first.
Try say that when you've had a drink.
So I'll just grab what I need.
Yeah, so that's the collection that Claire is referring to there, is collection number 1, and that's where you get the fabulous sort of foliage elements, the floral frame and the outline die, and then this beautiful sort of like slimline elegant one, which is just absolutely stunning. And then you get the flowers that come out of the top there, so you'll basically be able to put those foam pads behind, stick them into the centres of your hair if you wanted to. Now they are 5x7, they're not for the faint-hearted. You get a whole piece of metal behind there too, and you've got that cross pollination where you can take out the outline or just do the floral element. It's super easy. And again, well, you know how much I demonstrate foliage. I just love foliage. It's just a winner, isn't it? No matter in what form. You need them in every size, every design. So you're literally good to go with that. So I'm just going to hand back to Claire, because I'm sure she's got, well, I know she's got lots of demos, so she told me to be quiet.
No, I'd never tell you to be quiet. But I do want to squeeze in as much as I can for you, because one of the benefits of us being here in the Stamps by Me studio on the How to Craft Network is that we've got a bit more time, haven't we, to talk through things and show you the demonstrations. Obviously, I haven't been here for a while, so for my own sake, I'm keeping it a little bit simple today, but hopefully I can show you exactly what all these beautiful designs do. So I'm going to use the clink fizz glass, and if you can see on this piece of card here, I've stamped and heat embossed it, so you get all that. Let me just, can you see that lovely shine? But even if you're using your normal inks, not heat embossing, it just gives all that extra detail something really cool. So to go through those sentiments, like I mentioned, so they're all across the 3 sets with the glasses in this lovely font that reminds me a bit of, like, remember those old school markers that used to smell really strong, Tony?
Yeah.
And almost like when it starts to run out and you get a bit of the brush stroke. So I'm going to do something really simple here and just let's stamp on. Every hour is with you is a happy one. I think that's a really nice sentiment. So you've got a mix across the 3 bundles of the sentiments. They're all in the same font, but you've got a mix of things like that go with the drinks theme, and a mix of kind of normal everyday sentiments. You've got missing you and all those kind of lovely heartfelt ones. So I'm just going to stamp just simply in black, and then we're going to add the beautiful flowers from this set. Like I said, do mix and match though. I'm going to show you some more samples in a little while that how we've mixed and matched all the different flowers across each other. Sorry, just grabbing something to wipe that down.
The ahead there. The item code for this one, if you are wanting this one, which Claire's working with now, is 100003. I'm not doing my job very well. I'm still learning. But 100003. You can buy everything as an individual. All you need to do is go to the search engine on the website and pop FBL. But now we have codes. You can pop the code into that search engine and it will bring up all of the products that are here today in studio. So if you like them as a bundle, that's amazing. But as always, the individuals are available. That's if they are still available. Just thought I'd say that.
No, that's great. Thank you. Saves me saying it.
Off again.
I love it. So what I've done here is stamped out the flowers that go with this clink fizz, and I've given it just a wash of watercolour. So we have still got our watercolour palette, the first Thirsty Brush one that we did on the website as well, if you haven't got yours yet. But what I'm going to do is just to show you how to elevate that from a basic wash of colour where there's not much detail, and then I'm taking a really fine brush and a little bit of colour with not much water, and I'm just going to go in and do some little flicks on the petals. Because I used a really light ink to stamp out these flowers and leaves, I've almost lost the line, and when you just do a wash of colour, sometimes it can, I don't know, just not pop out the page enough. Don't you find that, Tony, as well, when you do kind of soft washes?
Yeah, I think people try and achieve that through the sort of no-line watercolouring. So
yes, exactly.
2 ways to do it, really, isn't it? So one with the outline and one without. I think it looks beautiful with both.
Yeah, and it's a softer look, but sometimes you just want to add that extra little detail, don't you? And you can even do this in like 2 or 3 layers almost, and really build that depth if you want to.
Got a nice curve on that as well, Claire, so you could do a wreath.
Exactly, you could actually,
yeah.
And a lot of these fit nicely as kind of corners in your card. So you probably saw on the video, there was one where I didn't even use the glass at all. I used one of the floral sets and just put that on the Hello Petal background. So they're beautiful as they are entities on their own, the flowers. And I had a lot of fun drawing these kind of things, because it's nice to be able to, like you say, get that curve and make it fit exactly as you want. So again, like I did on the petals of the flower, I'm just going in with a little bit of the green just to add that detail. You'll have more time at home to really spend building up those layers and getting that detail in there. And it's quite fun as well then, because if you use less lines on your stamping, you've got that no line look, you feel like you're painting an image, you feel like you're painting artwork, not just colouring in stamps. Okay. So I think that'll be okay for a bit of detail for now, but like I say, you spend as much or as little time as you want doing that. The last thing before I put my card together is that I die cut out a load of those sprigs and twigs. So let me show you those. And I've cut them out in vellum. So they work great in vellum that you can really manipulate. They work well in your inked up cardstock, metallic cardstock, glitter. You've got your the fine cut glitter, and I'm going to build them up behind the flower.
Now we're talking.
Yeah?
Now she's playing with the foliage. I'm happy.
I've got to
so
find
you'll be able to
there.
use your glitters on those too. You all know me, I love a bit of glitter and a bit of sparkle. Not too much though, but again, as always, you can use them in pretty much everything, can't you? You know from buying from myself here at Stamps by Me that size is really important. So if you have them really big, they work for one thing. If you have them small, you can tuck them in and stuff like that. I think I'm going to ask Claire if I can have this.
What, this card or this set?
No, the foliage.
Should we do a giveaway on a card?
We can do.
Yeah? I'm just making this up as I go along now. If anybody wants to comment, and we'll pick somebody at the end, and you can win this card, why not? I'm causing everybody more work now, they're going to be telling me off.
Would somebody comment on my behalf, please?
So I've just loosely glued that down. You can use your foam pads as well if you want to have a bit of extra dimension. And then I'm just going to tuck, before it kind of dries off, I'm just adding a tiny bit of glue onto the back of these vellum ones, and I'm just going to build up and just add that extra little flourish. You can trim them down if you want.
That is so.
I like British cards. But like you said about the glitter, Tony, I find you gravitate more towards the glitter and I gravitate towards the metallic. It's weird, isn't it? Like, we've got similar kind of styles in some respects. And then it's just what you go to, isn't it?
That's the great thing about craft. Everybody has their own style.
I know. And then I get jealous sometimes and I'm like, why didn't I think of that?
That's how I'm feeling. That's how I'm feeling right now.
Really? I always think that when the design team send me their cards back, and I did give them a big thank you on Facebook yesterday, but they did absolutely amazing. They really didn't have much time with this set for one reason and another, and I just thought they did such a good job in such a short amount of time, and I can tell then that they've enjoyed it. Last little bit. So that's our first demo done with the first bundle.
That would make an incredible Christmas card, Claire.
Yeah, I think like a wedding card as well, do you?
Yeah, that is so,
you very often have those kind of champagne flutes at weddings, don't they?
I doubt this is going to be around for long. In fact, I'm getting the nod. let's move on.
Oh, right.
Beautiful,
Okay.
beautiful card. Claire's going to do a giveaway. We'll pick a name at the end of the show, and we will get that card posted out to one person who's commented and watched the show today. Thank you so much, everyone. We are both a little bit nervous. We were talking about this pre-coming live today. It's really, really difficult to try and get across what you want to say without the taking of a breath. It's really difficult. So if you are watching for the first time and thinking, oh my gosh, what's going on there? We're all new. We're all brand new.
If I'm rambling, is that what you're saying?
So this is it. So thank you so much. If you are just tuning in now, we have some fabulous products for you here on the How to Craft Network. And I'm just going to quickly talk through this bundle that Claire's just demoed, 100003. You can always pop that number into the website if there are any left, and go and see that one and get that sort of discount on there. If you want them as individuals, you can always get them as individuals. But as always, don't turn off if you don't like them, or if you have something similar in your stash, stay for the inspiration, because we do love the inspiration here on this channel. So that's fabulous bundle number 1. I'm just going to move on to bundle number 2, which is not similar. The only thing that is similar is the glass, as in the format, but it's a different shape. You have different flowers. You have the coordinating outline dies that go around the beautiful flowers and the glass on there. I'll just show you that one there. Absolutely beautiful. And the flowers work across the board. They go in each of the glasses. They've been designed in such a way, because she thinks like that. She's a designer, and she knows that if you buy one set, it's going to work across the board, or if you buy all 3, you can interchange. Then you get the 2 at the top, perfect petals here, which is absolutely beautiful. And I love the name Hello Petal. I'd buy it just for the name, because I just love a good name. You know what I'm like. And then you get that lovely outline, so it stays in the page. Yes, it stays in the page, and then you get that outline to take it out, and you get that sort of stitch detail on there, and then you have your effervescent, gorgeous backgrounds. And I think this is the one for demoing next.
Yes, the
right?
next
Okay.
bundle, yeah.
I'll leave it with you.
So I want to show you a little bit more about this die, the Hello Petal, because like Tony said, when you use the plate just on its own, you can, if you've got a big enough die cutting machine, if you've got one of the A4 ones, you can run through. I have 5x7 card, you can run through then the whole card and have a card blank then with all that detailing. So you can put acetate behind there and things like that, and actually have a kind of see-through peekaboo type card. I've used it here with the outline as well, and then you get like a plate like a lot of our other background dies. So this isn't a card I've fully finished yet, but I just want to show you then how that goes with just a piece of other metallic card. There's some holographic there behind it. But I've done something different for the demonstration. I actually embossed with it. So I ran it through my die cutting machine. If you've got one of those, I hope you can see the texture on that there. That's it. What I did was on my die cutting machine, if you've got one of those kind of rubbery or spongy type mats, I took out one of the normal plates, and it almost acts like an embossing folder then. And I thought that is really cool, and that's going to give loads of texture. You might have to play around with your machine a little bit, so like we always say, they are slightly different. So that's going to go on my card blank. I'm looking for my glue, it's right next to me. I hope you're all enjoying this, moving here in the How to Craft Network and back in the studio as well. It's so much fun. I just wish we could give you all a cuddle.
I know. Not long.
And you guys at home. So it won't be long as well before we can go to craft shows in person and the shops as well. Just to mention, my shop in Birmingham is reopening a week on Saturday.
Yay!
So that's the background. And what I wanted to do with the glass, so this is that lovely margarita glass, and I've done 2 of them. I'm going to add a tiny bit of colour as if I've got a cocktail in there. And let's do almost like a tequila sunrise. So if I do some reddy orangey, just a very light, easy wash of watercolour. Rinse off my brush. You don't have to just do 1, you can do 2. and then blend that together. That should look a little bit like a tequila sunrise. Now I'm going to put it on the card on a tilt like that, as if they're kind of chinging together, or chin chin, as we say, don't we? A little bit of extra water, and this one going in this direction, and blending in. So let's add those to the card blank. Pop that out of the way. So we'll have them kind of coming onto the card, shall we? Again, add some foam pads if you want even more texture. And don't worry about the bit hanging off, we'll get rid of that in a moment. So as if two best friends. I've got my scissors. So I'll just chop off those little stems. And I really like this margarita type glass has got the little heart on the stem. So each one has got its own unique patterns in the glass and pattern on the stem. So every card you make is going to be unique. And then just to finish off that one, I've just done Good Times in that lovely font and just matte and laid it on a bit of glitter. So there's a bit of glitter for you there, Tone.
Thank you.
You could add some gems onto that. You could add some sequins. But I just wanted to give you a little bit of an idea of something. So something different rather than just using the one glass. And you don't have to use them with the flowers as well. You can create all sorts of different effects.
Just shows that even if you don't use the flowers and you just use the glass, you still get a brilliant card.
Yeah, something really fun. They're very summery, aren't they, the designs?
And if you do have some umbrella stamps or some cherries or lemons and limes, which you did not so long ago.
Yes, lots of people have said that they'd like to build it in with the lemons from the gin set before and the oranges and things like that. So I can't wait to see what you guys do with it. It always amazes me.
Yeah, I just had a bit of, hey, you could do your bubbles as well, coming out the top as well.
Exactly.
And the ideas are just coming as I'm just watching you, to be honest. So I can see what you're going to be like at home. So whilst Claire gets ready for another demo, because I think we've got time. Is that okay, Claire?
Yes. Yeah. Can I show you a few samples as well, just before the next demo? But do what you need to first.
Okay, no problem. Right, so what we're going to do is I'll talk around the last bundle and then we will go back to Claire and show you some finished samples, and then she's going to do another demo, which is super cool. So lots of inspiration here. We're going to try. We were a little bit late today, so we've sort of like cut into a little bit of time. But as time goes on and we grow as a channel, we learn and we cut out all the little mistakes. You're going to get so much inspiration. I'm so excited about this channel because, albeit yes, it's a Stamps by Me studio, our one sort of mission is to give the inspiration. We want you to see so many different crafters. We're going to have so many different people in this studio giving you the inspiration. And yes, we do love you to buy our products. I would love for you to buy Claire's products today. They are amazing, but it's not a selling channel, okay? We do want you to dig out what you have in your stash. I stand here all week telling you that, and that does not change. We love for you to come and visit and just say hi, because we are a family, remember that. I'm just going to go quickly to the last bundle. Is this the one that you're going to be demoing, Claire, the last one?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm just going to quickly show you the last one, very, very quickly. So this one is the last one, and you've got this sort of different shaped glass here, which I explained to you, which looks like a bit of a red wine glass, a white wine glass, if there is such a thing. And then the flowers cascade again down the side. Because you have that lovely outline die that goes around the glass and around the flowers, you can really build up. You can snip into those flowers if you want to and just cut a few of them out and paint them and pop them on top. So sort of the building element of them is fantastic. And again, she's got some fabulous sentiments in here, and I'll just turn these around here and I'll read them off screen. So cheers to your birthday, drinks are on me. Claire says that all the time. So much gym, so little time. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. and Missing You, which is a lovely one, isn't it? So we've got that one there, and then we have the lovely bubble texture, which you could use just literally on its own as a background. Treat it as a stencil as well if you wanted to make it look like you've got a stencil background. So that's just a design in itself. That's going to work. That's just a must, isn't it? But the two come together. And the item number for that one is 100005, and the price for that one is £39.99. Now, I'm not sure if there are any left. We do sell the individuals, and if you would like any of the individuals, you just need to pop FBL into the search engine, and they should all be there. What's left, if there is any left. I don't think there's much left of anything. So I'm going to go back to Claire, so Claire can get this last demo in for you before we have a natter.
I am sorry though if you've missed out today, but please don't worry, because they are coming to Create and Craft as well, these designs. So if you've missed out today, it doesn't matter. Hold fire and I'll be giving you all the details of the Create and Craft show. There will be slightly different bundles, but the designs themselves will be there. So I'm really happy if you did manage to get hold of it. So I'm still going to demonstrate it so you've got that inspiration, and then maybe if you can pop them on your list for Create and Craft. So I'm just going to show you a few more samples as well from the design team girls. This is one from Leanne. So this is what I based my first demonstration on. Just a really simple, using that glass and flowers. Really nice kind of inky vibe from Gemma there. She loves her distress inks. So if you want to go for something colourful. That effervescent background, like I say, works great for, that would be a guy card, wouldn't it? Nathan, Tim, would you be happy with that card?
I would. I
know, yeah, or a girl's, obviously. That beautiful one from Gemma, using that background, the Hello Petal, and she's just put some little white gel dots on. Again, that lovely effervescent background with some rainbow ink blend in there. A lovely one from Kerry that I based my second demonstration on there, with the Tequila Sunrise. And can you see she's cut out the background, the Hello Petal, and then die cut it again. So she's created a completely new shape and dye there. The flowers on their own from the Time for Cocktails. Beautiful on vellum. I think the one that sent social media into meltdown yesterday, meaning that's why it's sold out today, is this beautiful one from Leanne. Isn't that just absolutely stunning? So I do apologise if you've missed out, but check out Create and Craft when we do our next show on there. Lovely, another one from Gemma with the gin/wine glass and those beautiful cascading flowers. And last one from Leanne, showing the flowers on their own with a slither of the petal dye, are just as effective. And you're going to be able to, somebody's mentioned actually, if you'd already got the perfumes from last year, that the flowers would mix and match with those. And I think absolutely.
You know what? Looking through those samples, I would never be able to choose one of my favourites, because they all incorporate.
They're absolutely beautiful, aren't they?
They all incorporate so many different elements of what we all love. So some texture, some ink, some background, some sparkle, some, and even for home decor projects.
Yes, so I won't go through this in too much detail, just so I can get on to the last demo. But if you check out my Facebook Live from yesterday, I'll show you all the pages of this beautiful book, cocktail book with recipes that Kerry's made. It's just stunning. But let's get on to the last demo. Are we all right for time if I just kind of do a sticky together one?
Yep.
So I wanted to show you how the dyes for the glasses work on their own as an entity as well. So this is what I was saying earlier, and Tony was mentioning about that I make sure the stamp designs, whether they're the glasses or the perfumes or the flowers, that they all work individually. And in this case, the glasses, the dyes on their own, that's just in some holography or some glitter. You could do it, or you could ink it up and make it your own glass design. It's just as effective as adding on with the stamps. So let's use that on a card. I've put on some just white card. I've just heat embossed the bubbles. I can never decide whether I want the bubbles kind of fizzing from the bottom or cascading down. And I think it really works both, doesn't it?
That's a great design then, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I hope so.
2 for 1.
I had a funny feeling that that was going to be the first one to go. But it really does mean a lot to me that you guys are all watching, you know, my first show back, and that you've enjoyed the design so much, because that means that I'm doing something right for you guys.
And the great thing about Studio here in the How to Craft Network, it's not only about coming and getting the inspiration. Me, my family, Tim, Stamps by Me, we just so want to see brands do really well. There are smaller brands and there are your large brands, and I'm not small and I'm not large, but I just think the inspiration and the getting together and working together to bring everybody at home the love of craft. We all love the love of craft, so if we can get lovely businesses into this channel here and get the inspiration home for you, so you will pick up that brush, you will sort of pick up that metallic card, you will try all the different elements. I just think it's an amazing place to come. I'm so proud of it. I mean, Claire's just grown from strength to strength. She's been going 3 years now. I mean, she's been on Create and Craft for such a long time. Her designs are fabulous, and she's got a strong following herself. And I want that for every brand. Everybody that picks up that pen and thinks that, you know, I'm an artist and I want to do stamps and things like that, then they're definitely going to be here, and that's what we're aiming for. So watch this.
You need to stop it now. You'll make me cry.
Okay.
But I must say thank you to not just Tony, but the whole team, Nathan, everybody else that has worked so hard to enable me to do this show today, because it's been great doing my overhead videos at home during lockdown and still being able to share with you. See, I'm getting all choked now. But this is what we love doing, isn't it, Tony? And being able to see your beautiful comments. Thank you. I'm sorry I haven't gone through too many, but I have been looking, I promise. So just go back to this last demo so we can squeeze it in for you. So I've used that die cut of the glass. I've used a similar technique that I did on the first card for watercolouring and that little bit of detail. If you do want to see me watercolour a little bit more, check out some of the older videos in the Thirsty Brush playlist, because there's tons there. And I'm just adding on, the drinks are on me.
Claire, do you just want to tell everybody about your social media and that? Where can people find you? And
so if you
like
search Thirsty Brush on any of the social media, so I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, anything at all, you'll find me. And if you want to see inspiration from not just me and the design team, but other crafters as well, and see what they're doing with the designs, if you go on Facebook and search Brushettes, Thirsty Brush Brushettes, you can join our beautiful group of crafters. It's so nice. I'm looking down now because I can see how many beautiful comments.
It's amazing.
Oh,
that's a beautiful
Thank you
card.
so much, guys.
So just going back to what Claire said earlier, because she just made the decision off the cuff earlier that there is going to be a winner. We have a winner, and that winner is Julie Ainsworth.
Oh, well done, okay?
Julie. So Julie, you will be winning the fabulous card that Claire made in her first demonstration. So if you'd like to personal message us on info@stampsbyme or on Facebook or Claire, either or, just get in touch and let us know your address. We'll get that lovely card out to you. So that's the end of the show. I hope you've enjoyed it. Claire, you've been amazing.
Oh, you too. Thank you. I actually quite liked this between us. Do you?
We're like swans, I tell you. Down there, I've
had so much fun. And thank you guys for tuning in, honestly. Whether you bought anything or not, just to see how everybody supports us both is just heartwarming.
Yeah. So we're going to say bye for now. I'm back with you in studio tomorrow at 3 o'clock. It is Friday tomorrow, yes. 3 o'clock tomorrow, and we'll be doing some more lovely demonstrations with our lovely stencils and embossing folders. So the products, whatever's left, will be there until they go. I don't think there is very much left, but like Claire has explained, if there isn't anything there, don't be upset by that, because they are going to Create and Craft in a month or so. So have a lovely evening. If you want to watch the video back, you can. Don't forget to click the subscribe button, and we will see you all later. Take care, everyone. Bye.